There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's action. Welcome aboard, everybody. This is Wednesday Night Basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And joining us on the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you very much. Last season, the Lakers duo of LeBron and AD became the first duo of Lakers starters in the All-Star game since Shaq and Kobe in 2013. It was, as we all expected, a perfect pairing. And LeBron said, it's getting better as the days go by. The more time you spend together having the same goals, the same drive, it organically happens. I don't know about organics, I just know that those two are scary for the rest of the league. Kevin?
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. You've got Diallo. Also, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out there. And it's Bazley in at the four-man position. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Gasol in at center. It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. James outside. Passes to Caldwell-Pope.
Who's watching him?
Schroeder looking around. The pass to James. Shot clock at 6. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. A three ball. And it's Schroeder missing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Horford, no luck. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. At the elbow, it's James. Outside for Gasol. Hits it from three-point range.
Well, pretty good for a guy who practically shot no three-pointers in his first 8 years in the league. Marc Gasol doing work from range.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. We saw him with 29 points last game. Stolen by Caldwell-Pope. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And always a smooth athlete. KCP doing a better job of drawing contact.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
That free throw good from Caldwell-Pope.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
He hits both from the stripe. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gasol with the rebound.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those. When you think about Marc Gasol, this is a former Defensive Player of the Year. Obviously, he's not the star or the focal point he was at the peak of his career. But this guy still impacts the game at a very high level.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the basket by Anthony Davis. And here's Schroeder. He had 19 points in the win against Oklahoma City.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
And Doris, with Gasol, it's on the defensive end where his impact is felt the most.
That's exactly right. He still makes life difficult for opposing centers. He's strong. He's smart. He knows all the tricks of the trade. Watching Marc Gasol play is a pleasure.
And LeBron throws it down.
I tell you this, LeBron is hard enough to defend in a half-court set, let alone impossible to guard in the open floor.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Bazley. He's guarded by Caldwell-Pope. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Baisley. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Davis, the pass to LeBron. Caldwell Pope for 3. Thunder with the rebound. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
Nothing wrong with aggression as long as you're smart about picking your spots. And let's see if they can be a bit more disciplined this evening.
And so it's Los Angeles, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We've got more in store for you right after this. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his former team.
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands for, and how competitive he is. I mean, I don't need somebody to bang his chest or like scream or like be one of those guys to know if you're competitive or not. Like, I think that's the way he is, and I respect that.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former Defensive Players of the Year on the same team, that's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So the Thunder 5 right now. We've got Brown, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Williams, and it's Dort in at the 2 spot.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Look at the Lakers. They're in second, looking to take over the first spot. And, of course, there's the Thunder, 8 games out.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, it's been a disastrous start to the season for them. They can't buy a win.
Yeah, they can't really afford to slip any farther down in the standings because, let's face it, they don't have the firepower to dig themselves out of too deep a hole once they're in it.
And the wide-open shot from Morris. Gets a very good look and converts. Morris has got the lead up to 11 now for the Lakers. And first time out of the game called for Oklahoma City. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well-suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
And Anthony Davis is checked in for Morris. Diallo the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot no good. Great D that time from Harrell.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end. I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned. Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
The shot's good from Kuzma.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Akusevsky grabs the miss. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Horford. Yep, it counts. Horford's got his first bucket of the night.
I love it when Al Horford is challenging defenders to stay with him. Use your physicality, big man.
And so it's Los Angeles with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been playing some inspired defense.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K Studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all about the Lakers as the game got going. They staged a good old-fashioned ambush, going on an aggressive 9-0 run at the start. They came on extremely strong as the quarter was winding down, nailing all 6 of their last field goal attempts to close out the first. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. What'd you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
Well, they killed it on the glass, and they did it with high.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
My brother. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And the Thunder with the possession here. They trail by 14. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's Gasol at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel.
People talk a lot about Diallo's athleticism, but this guy also plays with a high motor.
You're right, Greg. He's always in attack mode. He runs the floor, willing to crash the boards. And defensively, this guy shows great lateral quickness, great tenacity, footwork. I get that he's raw, but the upside is absolutely there.
That free throw good from Diallo. And he can't hit the second.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
LeBron outside. Schroeder passes to LeBron. High post, Davis. Just 3 to shoot. Trains the three-pointer. Caldwell-Pope's got 5.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Baseline try. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Lakers leading by 16. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Caldwell-Pope's got 5 points now this quarter.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
You have to love how tough Al Horford is when he gets deep, low post position. It makes it really hard on the defense.
It's his first trip to the line. The first one falls.
Well, Al Horford, one of the most respected veterans in this league. Why? Well, he's unselfish, and it's always about team first.
Morris is checked in for the Lakers. Brown is checked in for the Thunder. So Horford gets 2. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Now LeBron, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Out to Morris. Lets it go from deep. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3. Terrific play calling. Everything clicking out of the gates here.
Here's Baisley. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Fast break. The Lakers. It's deflected. Pulls it from the elbow. And the shot is long. Lakers leading by 19. Caldwell Pope on the wing. He has 7. Shoots from the block. And James with the nice bucket inside. James has got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, when LeBron James is fighting his way through contact, he makes it look so easy.
Pass to Baisley. Morris with the block. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. And Davis throws it down.
It's incredible to me how remarkably in tune LeBron is with the movement of his teammates. The guy is a scorer, he's a creator, he's a force to be reckoned with.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Looking to end the run. Off the mark. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Right back after this break. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Our closer is our tempo, intelligent tempo. Let's still run. 1, 2, 3.
And that's Frank Vogel asking his guys to dictate the pace and ramp it up a little bit.
Yeah, he wants them to push the action, but just be smart about how they do it. Aggressive, yes. Careless, no.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So the Thunder 5 right now. We've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Horford is out there with Williams. And it's Pokusevski in at the 4. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Knocks it loose. I'll talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other. But ultimately, nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
Back to Schroeder. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And once Schroeder was asked to name his favorite NBA city, I believe it surprised a lot of fans when he said Milwaukee.
That's right, Greg, but he cited the strong German culture there. Schroeder, of course, went straight from Germany to the NBA. He relied on his athleticism early on, but now he's seeing the game much better, plays under control, can lead the team. He has had a tremendous amount of growth.
And the first one at the line is good.
One thing Dennis Schroeder has proven is that he can be an effective player whether he's starting or coming off the bench. This is a versatile guard, and maybe his best attribute, confidence.
And the Thunder making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Good on both. Here's Diallo. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Pokusevski. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Unloads from 9. Jackson. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win
for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And they've really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Davis.
I think it would be impossible to overstate the influence he had on this basketball game. He was the centerpiece of what they did on the offensive end and the anchor of their defense. That's as complete a performance as we've seen.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bounce pass, Schroeder. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, the Lakers no good. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying...